Hey guys, it's Marcello from Toyota World, and in this video I want to show you guys and talk to you guys about the meanest looking, most aggressive looking, apocalypse ready looking vehicle that Toyota has ever produced. Been with Toyota now for many years, and I've never really seen something quite like this. Let's take a look at the... That's not the vehicle. Alright guys, before I dive into the review, don't forget to give a huge thumbs up to the video after watching it if you've enjoyed it, and of course subscribe to the best Toyota channel on YouTube, Toyota World, and of course big thanks to Maple Toyota for supplying all of this amazing inventory for us to review. Alright, so a couple things to note about the 2021 Toyota Sequoia. A couple of changes that they've made. There's no longer an SR5 model, and there's no longer a TRD model. So the Sequoia now comes in a limited, a platinum, and this lovely beast that you see behind me here, the TRD Pro. Now, a few more things. They've eliminated the shoreline blue color, which I can't say that I've ever even seen a Toyota Sequoia in shoreline blue, but they've added the Lunar Rock, which is an amazing color. I love that color. You guys might see it on the Toyota RAV4 Trail Editions. They've added that color to the TRD Pro lineup for the Toyota Sequoia, but they have removed the Army Green. Now, some of you might say that the Toyota Sequoia might be a little bit dated. They need to make a change. They need to revamp it. I'll tell you that the 2022 Sequoias are scheduled to launch at dealers sometime in the late summer, early fall of this year. And it is a carryover model, just like the one that we have behind us here. And you know what? They always say, if something's not broken, if something's working, then why change it? Why fix it, guys? The Toyota Sequoia is a fantastic vehicle. We're gonna dive into the review of this TRD Pro just ahead. So here's the thing, guys. Like I mentioned earlier about being ready for the apocalypse, I mean, this is definitely the type of SUV you want to be driving if the world ever gets hit with an apocalypse, because you just feel so safe in this vehicle, so safe in this SUV. It's huge. It's got lots of standard equipment and standard safety features. The suspension on it is fantastic, which we're going to touch on shortly. And it looks like it's ready to handle anything that you throw at it, plus more. Now, hopefully for you guys, whoever owns this vehicle or is looking to get into one of these Sequoias, hopefully you're coming from an already pretty large SUV, because if you're not, and you're coming from a smaller compact vehicle, I can tell you it might be a little bit overwhelming the first couple of times that you try to make a turn or take a corner with this SUV, because it is massive. I am 6'2", and when I stand next to this SUV, I feel like I'm nothing. I feel like I'm a small child beside it. It is just a massive machine. I mean, check out how it looks next to this RAV4 Trail Edition. I mean, really cool, because the RAV4 Trail kind of looks like a mini-me version of this lovely, massive, huge TRD Pro Sequoia. I mean, kind of has a similar off-road looking look to it, ready for anything look to it. But look at the size difference. Wow. So let's talk about pricing now for a second. So 3 levels of Sequoias to choose from for 2021. This one in front of us, the TRD Pro, prices out for $79,300 plus your freight PDI and of course your lovely taxes. Keep in mind Canadian pricing. And just for a couple $100 less, you can go to what's called the Platinum package, which, you know, totally different vehicle than the TRD Pro. Totally different buyer that's going to be looking at a TRD Pro Sequoia versus a Platinum or a Limited. The TRD Pro is a 7-passenger Toyota Sequoia, as well as the Platinum. When you go to the Limited, you are upgraded, downgraded, whatever you want to call, to the 8-passenger. But these ones here, the TRD Pros, they are captain seats in the center. So just taking a quick look at the Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro, you can tell it's not your average Toyota Sequoia or your average SUV. You can tell there's something special about it. And just moving over to the front, we'll start at the front with the TRD Pro Toyota Sequoia. You've got the Heritage front meshed grille, which is unique to the TRD Pros and the TRD Pro Sequoia. You've got the Rigid Industry fog lights, which we already know come on most of the Toyota TRD Pro models. Moving over to the side, of course, you got the blacked out TRD Pro badging, which is very hot looking, especially on this color, the magnetic gray metallic. But talking about the wheels, you've got the 18-inch TRD center cap forged wheels, which I've already told you guys in one of the other videos what the process is and how it's different from making a forged rim or a forged wheel to a regular alloy wheel. These are very sturdy, very durable, very high quality wheels, so that's fantastic. Moving over to the back, you'll also see that you've got more blacked out emblems, including the TRD Pro emblem over here. Now going with the TRD Pro also gives you this lovely, very useful roof rack, which is just massive. Again, guys, look at the size of that thing. You could put at least a double size mattress on the top of this Sequoia. Now I know you guys might have already caught this when I was showing you the forged rims, but take a look, guys. When you go with the, sorry it's a little bit dark right now, but when you go with the TRD Pro Sequoia, like most of our TRD Pro Toyotas, you're upgraded to a 2.5 bypass shock, Fox shock, which I gotta tell you, you can go over anything with this vehicle, any kind of bumps, rocks, gravel, sand, and not even feel it on the inside. Now it's a little bit hard to see, but I really want to show you guys with the TRD Pro, you're upgraded to that lovely TRD skid plate. There you go. How hot is that? Really nice looking skid plate in the front of the Sequoia. Only with the TRD Pro Sequoia and most TRD edition SUVs. Now the Sequoia tows 7,100 pounds, has 381 horsepower. It's a 5.7 liter V8, and the fuel mileage, who cares? I'm not gonna talk to you guys about fuel mileage, because if you're buying this type of SUV, you're not concerned, or you shouldn't be concerned with fuel consumption, because that's not the reason why you're buying a vehicle like this. You're buying a vehicle like this for totally different reasons. And one more thing, check out this lovely, very rugged, very grippy running board that actually has the TRD marking and logo on it. So this is really cool. This is like an anti-slip coating. It kind of feels something similar to, you know, when you guys with the Tundras and Tacomas or a pickup truck and you get the spray-in box liner on the back of the truck. This is actually exactly what that feels like. Really good quality, really durable. Looks like it's very easy to clean, very easy to wash. Nothing really gets stuck on it. And like I said, guys, it looks like it's kind of like an anti-slip material, which is great. So I've got all the 4 doors open on this SUV because I want to start to show you the interior. And like I said, just how much room and how massive the inside and the outside of this truck really is. Ample amount of headroom, leg room, shoulder room, knee room, foot room, elbow room, whatever you want to call it, guys. Whatever room you need, there is enough of it and more in the inside of this interior. So like I said, when you're going to the TRD Pro, you have a captain seat in the center. It's not a bench, so 7-passenger. Like, look at the legroom here. Look at the headroom. Look how high the roof line goes from where the headrest ends at the top. I mean, you got about a foot of space there. All the rear controls are right here. Very easy to get to, easy to access for both the passengers sitting behind the front seats. Now for $79,300, compared to the Platinum Edition or the Platinum model Toyota Sequoia, there are some features that you kind of lose and you have to do without. But like I said, the TRD Pro customer is a different customer. It's not necessarily a customer that's going to be looking for those fancy accessories or fancy options, but I'm going to actually tell you guys exactly what those options are, because you do not have them on this vehicle, and it is the most expensive Sequoia by a couple $100 from the Platinum. So let's hear what those are. So you actually ditch the wood grain trim, which I actually prefer. I don't mind, and I actually like the look of the all black interior on the TRD Pro Sequoia. There's no wood grain. There's a couple silver accents to the interior. Otherwise, everything flows very nicely in black. You do not have the ventilated front seats. They are just heated. So when going with the Platinum grade, you do have the ventilated seats and heated. This just gives you the heated seats. Sorry, let me just stop 1 second, guys. When I was hopping into this Toyota Sequoia, my dress shoes were a little bit wet underneath. They were actually slippery. And I hopped in, of course, using this running board. And yeah, you're not gonna slip using these running boards. They are fantastic. I think all running boards should have this kind of material and have this kind of grip on them, especially ones that are attached to vehicles of this size. Okay, a few more things. So when you're going to the TRD Pro instead of the Platinum Sequoia, you are gonna be missing the rear heated seats, but that's not a big deal. Also, you won't have the rear DVD entertainment system, but again, not a huge deal. You're getting a TRD Pro. That's the end of it. Also on the Platinum grade and the TRD Pro grade Sequoias, you are going to be getting the premium audio with remote connect and the navigation. Now check this out, everyone. Here is a Platinum grade Toyota Sequoia. This one's pre-owned. It's a few years old, but like I said, not much has changed in terms of the overall styling of the exterior. So I just wanted to show you the difference between what a Platinum looks like versus the TRD Pro. And I got to tell you, they're neck and neck in terms of pricing. The TRD Pro is a couple $100 more expensive. I don't really know which one I would prefer. I mean, this is beautiful, very luxurious, looks amazing, looks hot, but it doesn't really send off that mean, aggressive, like I said, stance, if you want to call it, that the TRD Pro gives off, which, like I said, I don't know which way I'd want to go. If I'd want to go more towards the luxury end or more towards the mean looking end, but both nonetheless are very hot looking SUVs. All right, guys, before I wrap up the video, again, thanks very much to Maple Toyota for this amazing inventory. The Sequoias themselves are already pretty rare, let alone a TRD Pro. So I'm glad I was able to review one for you guys and tell you what they are and tell you what the differences are compared to something like a Platinum grade. If you've enjoyed the review, thank you. Don't forget to give a thumbs up after watching this. And of course, subscribe for constant cool videos of your favorite Toyotas.